Okay, so now that you have completed all of the genotypes on the previous slide, we're going to move on to the next slide. So we have done the first two together. So I'm going to show you how to take this information and bring it to the next page. Okay, so remember, so now we're trying to figure out what the baby's going to be like. These are the possibilities that the baby could get from the mom and the dad. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through each one of these Punnett squares, and you're going to roll a dice to determine which one to pick. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. First of all, we're going to do body color. Now, body color is a no-brainer because it's all the same, right? So your old babies can only get that. So they're going to get a dominant allele and a recessive allele, which makes them heterozygous. What's the phenotype going to look like? So capital G is dominant. If you don't remember, you're going to go back here to slide 4. You're going to say, oh, a capital G is a green body. Well, what does the phenotype look like? The phenotype is green. So remember, the genotype is the letters, phenotype is the color. Phenotype probability. What's the probability of an offspring being green? We're going to scoot back here. There are 4 possibilities for offspring. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're all green. So 4 out of 4 is 100%. 100% probability that the baby's going to be green. Okay. Now we didn't do neck together, but what we did do is we did the horn. And I did this one because the numbers are a little different, and this is where you're going to get messed up if you're going to get messed up at all. Okay. So now we have to throw a dice. Okay. The other one didn't matter because they were all the same. So, and I know this can be a little bit wonky. We only have 4 options, right? And so if you roll a 5 or a 6, just roll it again. So here we go. And this is what I'm talking about. It can be a little wonky. There we go. Pause it. What'd I get? I got a 3. Okay, so now I'm going to come back here and I'm going to highlight this just so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so let me see if I can, just so you know which one I'm working on, okay? All right, there we go. So we're working on the shaded box. So we're going to go to the horn one, which is the one we did. I rolled a, what did I roll? Jeez, 3. Oh, I thought I rolled a 3. No, I don't remember. I rolled a 2. Now be careful that you don't go off of this because then you can just hit play again. So I rolled a 2. So now you have to come up here and figure out what the heck is 2. So 2 is right here, right? This is what we're doing. So we're going to pick this one. So what is the genotype for this one? It is, whoopsie, it is capital H, capital H. So I'm going to put the genotype here. Now be very careful that you use the correct case because they're not the same, right? That is homozygous for horns. So this baby is going to have horns. Now, if you don't remember what the H is, remember, you go back here. Capital H is dominant for horn. So this bambino, this offspring, is going to have a horn. Now, here's where the problem is going to come in if you're going to have any problem with this at all. You have to go back to the Punnett square and say, okay, how many of these had horns? Well, this one has a horn. What about if it's heterozygous? Well, is there a capital H? Yep, that tells you that it has a dominant trait. Another one here, yep. So 1, 2, 3 out of the 4 are going to have this trait. 3 out of 4 is 75%. Okay? You work your way all the way through down there. Then I'll give you another screencast for the next one.